Hi friends, this is Patty Bennett with pattystamps.com. I am here to give you some suggestions for storing your new framelits and edgelets from Stampin' Up. These are some new dies that we're selling and they're metal, so my solution has been to use the magnetic sheets to help store these. You'll find them in the mini catalog, the Occasions mini catalog, here on page 6 and 7. And there are hearts and labels and really pretty edges. So there's 3 different choices there for you. I'm going to show you how I decided to store those. When you purchase them from Stampin' Up, they come in this nice plastic envelope. It has a snap and it has the name and some instructions on this side. And then you can pull this card out. There's a piece of double stick tape that just sort of helps keep these in place. But I have found that they were sort of getting all over the place and I was a little worried about, trying to pull them up off of here. I didn't want to bend them at all. So I'm going to show you what I did to store mine. I have been using our clear CD storage cases, clear mount storage cases. They come in a package of 4 like this, so they're pretty economical. So when you just have one, it looks like this. You'll recognize these from our clear mount storage for our clear mount stamp cases. That's what they look like there. And they just snap together. So what I have done is taken out the instruction sheet and put it here inside the top. This just slips inside there in the plastic. And then I have slipped in a piece of designer paper, and since this is for the heart framelits, I used the new heart designer paper. Isn't that darling? And then in here, I have one of our magnetic sheets, but I've covered it with designer paper so that it's a little, a little bit cute, a little bit fun. And then you just pull these off, but then they stick because there's a magnet under there. So our magnetic sheets, they come in a pack like this, and there are 3 sheets in here, and they measure 6 by 13 inches, so they're quite large. And then they have a peel and stick coating on them so that you can peel this off and stick it in. It's like a big sticker. So let me just show you real quickly how I did these. Let me show you the other one. This was for the adorning edgelets. And I actually put a large piece of magnet in there because I'm going to buy a second set of these just to have on hand so that I can use more than one set at a time when I want to do an edge on both of my cards. All right, so in the package then, when you pull this out, this is the instruction sheet and the title, the name of the set of framelits. I trimmed it down just ever so slightly so that it's going to fit just a little bit better inside that front cover. So let me show you how I did the cover piece. I cut myself a piece of designer paper. This is from the Attic Boutique, and I cut it at 7 by 10 5/8, and that's just about the size that you'll need to fit fairly snugly inside this front cover. So when you open it up, you can kind of lift up this plastic sheet and slip it in there like that. And then I just slipped this into the front cover. I didn't even attach it. I just slipped it in there, and that way it gives me the option to do something else in the future if I needed to. I did print with a little label maker the name of it so I can put that on the spine later. And then for the inside, I pre-cut my piece of magnet sheet, and that is, I'm just measuring it here, 5 inches by 6 inches, and that's going to pretty much fill that space there. So you just peel off the backing like this, and this is a big giant sticker piece now. And it does stick pretty good the minute you put it down, so you kind of want to make sure you have it right where you want it. So I'm just going to put it right there. And then for my designer paper, I'm just going to cut it the same size, so that was 5 inches by 6 inches. And I will just put some snail on the designer paper and put that on top. And then I can take my edgelets here, my framelits, And I found that you want to set them down with the raised edge up, because then they're going to stick a little bit better onto that magnet. If you do the raised edge down, there just isn't as much surface to adhere. And so then you can see that those just nest right in there, and they're going to store perfectly, and then they don't come out. See? Fabulous. And then you can just close that up. Let me just show you a quick sample using those framelit dies. They make such a fun frame on your card. And then those edgelets, I've done a couple samples here, and I'll also have those on my blog. But those are these edges. You can see that I did one with the curved edge and one with the scalloped edge. And then there's the whole set of hearts, of course, so coming for Valentine's Day, those will just be fabulous. So again, you can find all of those in the Occasions mini catalog from Stampin' Up, and you can find all of the supplies as well. I'll have this all listed on my blog for you. Thanks for tuning in.